You get the raise. For a moment, it feels like life should finally loosen. The number is bigger. The paycheck is better. The milestone looks real. Then the month starts filling itself. One bill gets easier. Another obligation appears. One pressure disappears. Another one becomes normal. And somehow, the extra money does not feel like extra money. That is why life changes at each salary milestone. Not because the number changed by itself, because the job your money has to do changed. Most people look at the visible number first. Salary, raise, payment, balance, approval. That number matters, but it is not the whole mechanism. The confusion begins when the number improves, but freedom does not. You expected relief. Instead, the raise gets assigned before you ever feel it. More commuting, better housing, higher taxes, insurance, debt cleanup, emergency savings, family support, professional clothes, childcare. A new salary milestone can unlock new financial jobs before it creates lifestyle freedom. That is the part people miss. The money did arrive, but it arrived with a list of jobs already waiting for it. This is the mechanism. Function unlock. A salary milestone unlocks a new job for money before it creates lifestyle freedom. This matters because the decision can look rational in isolation. The damage appears after timing, frequency, pressure, or the missing alternative is counted. That is why smart people can repeat the same money problem and still feel confused. They are not always missing intelligence. They are often measuring the wrong variable. The old belief is, a raise is extra spending money. That belief is incomplete. The better question is, what function did this raise unlock before it became freedom? Because sometimes the milestone does not create more optional life. It creates the ability to fund what was already underfunded. That is not failure. That is visibility. Now the hidden math can explain the feeling. For this episode, the Finance Upgrade diagnostic model is function capacity, new take-home income, current required load, required funding for newly unlocked functions. This is not an official rule. It is not a legal rule. It is not a lender rule. It is a diagnostic tool. It helps you see the part of the decision that usually stays invisible. Here are the variables. NTHI means new recurring take-home income. CRL means current required load. UF means monthly funding required for newly unlocked functions. FC means function capacity. Now, make it concrete. Before milestone, $3,600 take-home income minus $3,150 required load equals $450 unassigned capacity. After milestone, $4,500 take-home income minus $3,150 existing load minus $650 newly unlocked functions equals $700 function capacity. Income rose by $900, but the useful question is whether the raise funds the new functions before lifestyle expands. That is the reveal. The raise did not disappear. It was assigned. Some of it went to the life you were already trying to stabilize. Some of it went to functions the old income could not support. Only what remains becomes real flexibility. The point is not that this exact example applies to everyone. It is illustrative. The point is that the full cost appears only after the hidden variable is included. That is the moment the episode turns. Before the model, the decision feels like a normal money choice. After the model, the first failure point becomes visible. You can see what gets weaker. You can see what repeats. You can see why willpower alone does not solve it. The recognition signals are simple. The raise disappeared before it became flexibility. The milestone improved the visible number, but the month still feels tight. Every month feels temporarily fixed. Then, the next month needs fixing again. The decision keeps feeling affordable before it keeps feeling heavy. The same pressure returns next month. Your flexibility falls even though the visible number looked acceptable. You need the next paycheck, the next raise, the next refund, or the next clean month to make the choice feel safe. That is not a personality flaw. That is a design problem. The correction is operational. First, name the mechanism. Do not say, "I just need to be better with money." Say, "This is function unlock." Second, identify the visible number that is distracting you. Price, payment, salary, balance, approval, hourly rate. Third, identify the hidden pressure variable. Timing, frequency, interest, maintenance, lost optionality, unpaid time, liquidity. Fourth, run the diagnostic model. Use your own numbers. Use take-home income when the question is cash flow. Use disclosed assumptions when the future is uncertain. Do not pretend an estimate is data. Fifth, protect the first failure point. If cash flow fails first, reduce recurring load. If buffer fails first, rebuild liquidity. If interest fails first, attack principal. If time fails first, include unpaid hours. If optionality fails first, compare the purchase to what it displaces. That is the finance upgrade shift. The goal is not to shame the choice. The goal is to see the mechanism before it becomes expensive. Each salary milestone asks a new question. Not just, how much more do I make? But, what new function does this money need to perform? That question changes the milestone. It turns the raise from a feeling into a system. It shows why life changed. It shows why freedom did not arrive as fast as the number promised. Your money is not random. It follows your behavior. But behavior follows the measurements you trust. If you measure the wrong thing, the same problem keeps returning with a different name. Measure the hidden pressure. Fund the unlocked function. Find the first failure point. Then change the system before the next milestone repeats the old one.